Hey, what's up guys? Coming back with another World of Tanks video. Now this video is actually a replay I received from one of my good friends in Narwhal and Reddit 4, Sergeant Dan and Prof. Now this basic replay is something that isn't necessarily common. I actually have never seen it before. It's a crucial contribution in a platoon of Arty. Now that being said, platooning with Arty is something very risky. As you see, they're yielded with a 41% chance to win according to XVM. However, they do get top tier in a pretty decent Arty map. Now they're both in top tier 6 Artys, as Prof is in a Hummel and Sergeant Dan is in an M44. So let's get this started, and I'll just speed this up a little bit. I'm going to go into fixed camera, just to, so you can see their actual crosshairs and what they're going to be doing. So it looks like Sergeant Dan and Prof are getting into Arty position, as they are basically speeding away in this fast traversing Hummel type tank, as they're going to the east flank to support the hill. Now, there are many teammates on their side pushing the hill quite hard. So as you can see, Prof takes aim towards the edge of the hill where that M7 was last spotted, and there are, in my opinion, I haven't watched this replay to be honest, but I think there's going to be a lot more tanks there that will be in perfect position for Arty to kill. So BDR goes ahead, peeks out, spots the M7 and kills him. So as you see, their heavy force is just sitting right there. They're actually kind of being a little smart, for pubs, just not pushing right away because their Hellcats have not been spotted. However, Prof is taking aim at this Cromwell as he is slowly moving back, deciding which one to kill. And as you see, he gets a little smaller reticle, and he takes the shot on the Cromwell, which gets a direct hit. So that's 61 damage with the top kill right there on the Cromwell. Sergeant Dan gets another hit on the Chinook Kai, and I guess technically blind shots him. However, he does not. He was spotted for quite a while, so he takes a nice shot, takes out that Chinook Kai, as Prof takes shot at this VK, and Jesus, that was a nice roll, and he pens him right through the engine deck. Now, I'm not sure how long the reload is on this Hummel, but from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty decent, looking around like 19-20 seconds maybe. Prof is taking just a little bit of time to reload here, and it is 3 minutes into the game, and they already have 3 kills as a platoon. So here comes the Hellcat. He doesn't quite have the arc right now, however the Hellcat decides to move back, and it looks like he's going to get the arc in a little bit once the Hellcat is respotted. However, a T-80 gets spotted towards here, which Prof can theoretically one-hit, and as you see, he is taking aim in, waiting for the VK or Churchill to spot him, and he takes a nice shot at the T-80. Now he one-shots him, and that's a great shot by Prof. Now, if you're looking on the right flank, a couple of their heavies have actually died. The BDR and also, I think that's Hellcat, or E2 and Hellcat have died on the east flank. And their heavies are just sitting there on their team. Now the Hellcat gets respotted as Prof is still reloading, and there he goes. He is up, and VK takes out the teammate KV-1S, which was actually a very bad player, so that's not much of a loss. However, Prof is kind of tracing this Hellcat, trying to get a good shot. Hopefully he won't back up, and there's another shot as he splashes him for 232. Now that is actually a great splash for the Hummel. I know it's a Hellcat, but for how much of a shot that looked like it was going to be off, it actually got a good RNG roll there. Now it looks like this M8, A1, and M4 are being brave, so Prof is going to sit back and look at this particular area towards their base, looking for the Hellcat that has hopefully been spotted. Now he's telling this M8A1 to go up and spot, as Sergeant Dan really theoretically could be shooting those guys on the right, as actually he does. He says attacking the KV-1, which he probably gets a splash damage on. Now here's the time for the counter battery, as Prof is basically aiming at this M41, kind of trying to get that little, lead shot. However, the M4 gets killed, and actually 3 of their tanks jam. Really get killed. Here we go. He misses the M41 as the Hellcat basically steals the kill. Now here we go on the reload. Sergeant Dan is focusing right. However, many of their tanks have died there, and he might have to get the hell out of there if this Hellcat has good enough view range. So as Prof waits for his reload, a birch gun gets spotted. So we'll see if he reroutes towards him and sees if he counterbats. However, it looks like the Hellcat or the Churchill or possibly even Sergeant Dan can get him. And yep, Sergeant Dan takes a shot, and there we go. So they're actually one away from Brothers in Arms, and they have Crucial at the end, so there we go. Hellcat spotted. Prof takes a nice shot and takes out the Hellcat. So that's 6 kills as a platoon. Pretty good, from what I'd say. Now, Sergeant Dan is actually being shot at from this Hellcat, as the Hellcat takes out their friendly Hellcat, and Sergeant Dan takes down the M44. So there they have it. They have brothers in arms if they both live, which I believe they do, hopefully. I really haven't looked at it yet. But Prof takes a nice shot at that KV-1, leaves him with 6 health, and hopefully Dan can take him out. Dan takes a shot, finishes the KV-1. Good job by them. Now, somehow those guys are still spotted on the right when the Hellcat died, but as you see, they go unlit, and the Chi-Hei and Panzer Schmalterm are going to have to do a pretty good job spotting for them if they want to clutch this game out. Prof is doing something very smart right now, as he is looking, especially right there where the trees go down, as he is looking for the VK that was last spotted at where he just pinged, G7, and he tells them that the tree is down, so he is pre-aiming there, waiting for his reticle to get smaller, as holy shit, the FV decides to kind of YOLO up, and he might have to go a little TD mode here if he kills the Schmalterm. And nope, Dan actually takes the kill, and there we go. It's a good job by Dan relocating pretty quickly. And he says, wow, you lucky fuck. Alright, so that's 9 kills as a platoon. So hopefully the Schmalterm or Chi-Ha can actually go scout now, which they're probably getting a little antsy. And there we go, Martyr 38T and Panzer, or actually Martyr 38T and VK 3601 get spotted. So Prof is going to aim in at this Martyr 38T, hopefully one-shot him. However, he goes unlit, and he is slowly moving over to the VK. However, his reticle may reset. And actually, no, it does not. Oh, there we go. So Prof takes a shot, misses because the reticle decided to reset. And the Hellcat's on the hill, and Sergeant Dan may have to kill him quick. Or they were... There we go. Dan gets the Hellcat, and that's 10 kills as a platoon. So this is looking really well. They have turned things around, and if this Chi-Hei could just spot them at the cap, they will be able to rain down on that low health VK, or Martyr 38T, whatever he had. And here we go. Prof aiming in at the 3601. Slowly getting there. Taking the shot. Hits him. There we go. Great job. Hits him for, what was that, 427. So Dan and Prof are the only ones left, as Dan kills the 3601, and they're doing a great job coordinating shots and 1-2 shotting tanks to death. So the E2 was obviously spotted at C3 as XVM and the minimap are telling us. However, Prof has 9 shots left, 1 gold, 8 AP, or yeah, 1 gold, 8 HE. However, the E2 may be moving up, I'm not sure. If I were Prof, I would actually be in Arty mode right now, looking to see if trees go down, because if I were the E2, I actually would reroute towards the middle. Now Dan is literally going straight up the 0 line. Little ballsy thing to do, because the Martyr 38T may be waiting for him, and actually no. Wow, that's a surprise. Martyr 38T decides to rush in with his speed and actually no armor whatsoever, as Prof takes a great shot and kills him. So there's the crucial for them, and they have possibly one more kill, which they will secure, as the E2 is hiding somewhere. So that's a great job by them. Prof getting 2k damage. Dan probably has a little bit more than that. I'll show the after battle reports after this just to, get some clarification on extra stats that are not shown in game. So basically, I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, make things a little bit faster, as Prof is looking for the E2, and they're doing a little, having some fun. They obviously celebrating because they secured the crucial contribution, and Dan and Prof are going to have to go TD mode and go find this E2. So as I'm speeding this up, they literally have 4 minutes left. So Dan is gonna go take the route and go back to their base. Hopefully the E2 will be somewhere. So Prof is looking around the map, and holy crap, E2 dat camo. So here we go. Dan's gonna relocate, get shots on the E2 as Prof is gonna duke it out with this guy. Now this E2 is not particularly a good player. However, he did kill a tank before with the derp cannon at quite a lot of range. So Dan, I do not believe has shots right now. He's not necessarily moving at all quickly in any way, but it looks like he's going to the other side of the hill to get shots on this E2. Now the fact that they have killed the Mortar 38T and everybody else makes a big difference because they don't have Arty to deal with of counter battering if this E2 is to spot Prof. Now Dan actually does the smart thing. He has shots from the cap. He gets on cap to put on pressure, and if the E2 comes up and spots Prof or even kills him, he'll be able to shoot him. So Prof gets the great, oh my god, look at that, RNG for the win. Sets him on fire, one-shots the E2, does a total of 687 damage to him, and that is a great job by these guys. A total of 13 kills after what? I guess, yeah, wow. After 13 minutes in the game, they were able to secure 13 kills and clutch this crucial contribution. A very rare occasion on the platoon of Arty, and just kudos to them. This is definitely a great video to showcase. I'll have more videos in the coming week. I have a few more clips that I'm putting together into an RNG mini-tage. I'm also going to do a review on the FV304, basically inspired by this specific platoon of two guys just going rape train in the Arty. So I'll have the after battle reports after this, you know, look at noob meter, stuff like that. And that's basically it for now, so stay tuned guys, and I'll go over the after battle report. Alright guys, so as the after battle reports go, all credit goes to Prof and Sergeant Dan for this replay and their great platoon of Arty, which is a very ballsy thing to do, but they proved XVM wrong, and they did a great job, great coordination with the shots, great clutch shooting towards the end there, with the great RNG roll setting that E2 on fire. So as you see, Prof is now in Reddit main with me, and Sergeant Dan is slowly moving his way up. He probably will get into Reddit main soon. As you see, he had a great nominal XP base, which is 1,606, and if he does not already have Ace Tanker in this Hummel, he had definitely just gotten it. Prof did 2,715 damage, Sergeant Dan did 1,560, however, Dan did get more frags, which was, if I could find it, oh, whatever. Oh, here we go. Sergeant Dan got 7 kills, Prof got 6. Prof had that great RNG roll, like I said, at the end towards that E2. He damaged 8 vehicles, destroyed 6, so pretty good ratio there. His credits, 5,000 or 53,593. Shots made, he hit, let's see, 11. He hit 8. One of them was actually a splash on that Hellcat, and I believe one was a splash to kill one of their other tanks. I forget what it was. So a 72.7, basically 73% hit rate. That's a great job by him. And like I said, they got Crucial Contribution and Brothers in Arms, which is a very great thing to do in Arty. Very rare, pretty rare, like I said. Now, as we look at the rest of their team, there's not really anyone who did much on their team besides the M18 Hellcat, but basically 1,200 damage in a Hellcat. That's pretty common. The other Hellcat in M8A1, Jesus, did 0 damage, along with the Churchill and M4 Sherman. Everyone else, their tier 6s, no one else above 600 damage at all. Credits wise, no one really did anything, so they carried that game to the max. Enemy team, they had actually a way better damage spread if you were to take out Prof and Dan than their team. However, Prof and Dan carried the hell out of that game. So that's basically the end of this tank basic replay video, and that's just something I really wanted to showcase. A good thing that Prof has been bugging me about. Definitely credit to him and Sergeant Dan. They did a great job once again, and I'll have more videos to come in the coming days, and stay tuned guys for more videos. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you like it. Happy tanking.